Hello friends, and today we're going to model this Apple iPhone charge. I have the reference right in my hands and let's jump in it. So this one will be the series of the iPhone charges and I will add it to the playlist of iPhone charge. And because it's super easy one, let's make it and let's drop the material of it inside of Blender pretty quickly. So basically this asset is not super big. It's kind of 75 by 45 millimeters and 25 in thickness. I have all of the dimensions over here. So let's start from the basics. First thing first, I will just make a little tank on the approximately 38 millimeters, something like that. It will be our little visual reference. And now I will create the corner rectangle from the top and I will make it the size of 45 by 25. Something like that. And it's basically the size of side to side. 25 is okay, but this one it's better to do a central circle, something like that. And just GV, put it here, GX, and put it here. So now we will have a nice one over here. That's good. And we can just alt exit to this side. Perfect. So here is our back side and I will take it and just extrude it on 38 millimeters like that. And just take this thing, drop it to the ground, GZ, and put it into the deep down. It's just a rectangle and couple of things. So side to side of this thing is 35 and top down is 15. So let's do it. Let's drop the same rectangle and let's just 35, 15. That's good. They are exact. And they're a bit kind of like this, not super straight, but like this, and we can just make it the same. So let's just do it on 18. Select this, extrude it, and right here 18. That's good. Delete this rectangle and do a generous bevels over here. Fillets to kind of remind this shape. And I think we should make them something like that, just to cover it completely. And now all we need to do is just to make the sides of it more generous one, like this. And top and bottom will be less generous, like that. Or maybe even more, you know. Yeah, they are more generous than these side ones. That's good. This is our beautiful shape. So what's next? Next we can kind of block out these things and then start merging everything, cutting out and doing USB ports. So for the top part here, it's pretty easy. We will just take a central circle. Let's drop, I'm not sure, let's drop it somewhere here, like that, 0.4, something like that stuff. So yeah, it's basically like that. Let's position it over here. I will just extrude it. So it's about 18, but so let's drop this thing on the 12. Like this, 12 millimeters. And the same one over here, just extrude it on the 6 and make it a new body, B. Okay, so here we have it. And I will also Shift X this thing and Shift J it on some sort of a G1. Kind of see it's like 12 millimeters from here to the center. And I think it's kind of perfectly in the center. So we don't need even bother ourselves about that. It's gonna be over here. So let's just drop a corner box, and I believe it's not super big here. It's like, oh, it's 1 centimeter. It's kind of like 1 centimeter or something, maybe a little bit less. So let's drop it like that. Make it central. Make it a little bit over here for 4 millimeters. It tells me that it's something like 3-4 millimeters over here. Let's drop it like that. Yeah, I think it's a bit smaller like this. Definitely not bigger than the... And yeah, here I will just drop the same thing, or I can do a central point arc. Something like this. Let's make it like this. Okay. Alt X, drop it here. That's good. And just create the Boolean object over here. Let's do it like this. Delete all these things. And just put it here. Q. Here we have it. Nice little hole. And make it much deeper there. Okay. So here we have it. Here is our base shape. And what's left here? Some details, of course. Let's do this inner part here with this gap. So it's basically, I think, in some kind of an offset on some sort of 1.2 millimeters, something like that. Yeah, definitely. And it basically should be made like this. So I will do a Shift D and I will drop C, cut, and right click to apply it. Delete this curve. Hide this one. Take this thing, Alt H, and just make it just a little bit smaller like this, just to have a small gap there. Over here, it's just solidly in there, no gaps, just a subtle different color. And yeah, the top part of this thing is reminding me about, yeah, the same shape that we already done. So I will just, let me hide this one for a second, take this thing, Alt H, and do a chamfer here, like that. Perfect. And you know what? I think this chamfer is not that easy. It's like that, but then we can press A and make it kind of like this. Okay, that's good. And now, basically, that's all of it. So yeah, let's just take this thing like that. Let's hide this one for a second. Let's make this a bit like that. Good. Is it? We just need to take this, do R, V, put it right in here, and do a little kind of angle. So I believe it's something like that. Maybe just a bit more like this. Yeah, I don't know why it has it. Maybe not so big. Maybe I'm bullshitting here. Let's just RV and kind of try it not so big. Yeah, like this. And just Alt X it to this side. Yeah, this is basically what I see here. Like that thing, you can see that. It's kind of not perfect. Okay, and let's just Q, T, right click to apply. Good. and select this bastards here and just make a little bevels there. We also want a little bevel here, why not, like that. And here should be a bit bigger one, but first thing first, we need to merge it with this thing. And now we can drop a nice bevel over here, like this. Also, I want a little bevel here on that part, and on these two parts as well. Just let's drop it like this. That's cool. It's micro fillets, and you definitely don't need to do them if you're modeling some sort of things. Let's just take this and click on this one, so it will replicate the size of it, and do the same over here. So we will just bevel it like that, go to the top here, and select this thing, right click, left click. That's good. And now we have a perfect little asset. Over here is just an inside part of this thing. Let's just take it, let's just make it O like this, and extrude it over here like that. Perfect. And now let's take and make it some sort of this thing, kind of closed, but not for 100%. And here I want to drop a little this thing. I don't know. There is no signs of that thing, but I just want to drop it there because it's cool. Okay, so here is it. Beautiful Apple charger thing. That's pretty cool. And yeah, as I told you, let's drop it to the Blender and have a quick render of it. And we also, I think we can have, what we can have? We can have a small bevel over here. Just like that. Because why the heck not? And let's do it together with this thing. So like this. Perfect. And these two also should have a little bevels over here. Cool. And yeah, that's basically it. That's basically your mesh. Perfect little Apple charger. And here I have already set it up scene with Apple charger number 1. You can watch this video on my channel. It will be in the same playlist, and I will tag it right over here. So, and in the description, don't forget to check this one out too. It was pretty cool. Do a connection and refresh it. So nothing special here. The same thing as in the previous time. No UVs, nothing. Just me and the mesh. So let's check the render. Already looks great, but let's take these things and drop the metal on there, and Ctrl L, link materials, like this. This one is our beautiful plastic, and all of this thing is the plastic number 2. And this thing also the same plastic over here. Rotate it a little bit. I think I can just rotate the mesh. So I will just take it like that, Ctrl P, object. And let me just do a little rotation here like that. Yes. Just let me rotate the camera a little bit. Make it a bit bigger here. Yeah, that's good. Look at this thing. Pretty cool. And let's break down the materials a little bit. It's not super hard thing. You just need to replicate all these numbers and you will have yourself the same material. The one that over here is the same but with the different color. So basically this setup with map range and scene film, you can learn about it on the channel Christopher 3D. I will tag his video in the description, and you can just jump in it and see how all this material work, yeah, with thin film. Yeah, but basically thin film, it's this thing that gives you some noise iterations between the material and create this interesting pattern. So if I just dial the IOR a little bit, yeah, you can see what this thing actually is. All you need to understand is some numbers that you just put here and use inside of your mesh. Just experiment with them and it will be good. Okay, so here's this basic thing with noise texture like that, and with map range. Map range is inside of the value factor. You can see that. Here you can also play with the scale on mapping and use generated object, anything you like here. I use the generated because I like it more. You can use object if you find yourself much beautiful pattern. But yeah, basically here the material is super easy. Metallic 0, roughness like that. I will just show it to you quickly. So I also played with subsurface here to make this thing a bit more interesting. And I've added some coat to make more shinier thing. And a bit of sheen just to get this little subtle effects of something. You just need to spend a little bit of time with these materials and get yourself something interesting. And here in thickness, just put this number, will make your life a bit more happier. Metallic, it's also in this guy's video. You can check it about this metal thing. And it also gives you these little things. You can use metallic BSDF. There is nothing bad in using metallic BSDF. I just think that in here, in this asset, this metal looks much more interesting with this thing. And you can see the IOR is changed here based on the metal and based on the pattern that I really like here. So if I start to move it, you can see how it changing here. So this one is pretty perfect. So just take the noise one, take the map range, plug them together with these numbers, and you will have yourself something interesting. And it's not a rule to use noise texture. You can plug here anything you like Perlin noise that we already used, and blah 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 blah, anything. And like map range and this classic thing. And I also dropped the noise texture, the same one over here, but changed a little bit numbers here like that. Plug it into the color ramp and dropped it to the roughness so I can have myself some nice, you can see, variation in roughness over here. And yeah, it makes this material even more interesting. So yeah, and IOR here is about 60. It's crucial. So yeah, just check the video about thin film and you will understand all these things if you want. But if you don't want, it's not bad. Just replicate all of these things or just drop the metallic BSDF and make it a little bit like darker, I don't know. And you will have yourself a nice color too, like that. It's pretty much the same, you know. But I think, on my rough opinion, that this one is a bit better. Okay, so here is it, like a quick look on here. If you just want to replicate it, here's the numbers, here's everything. Just copy paste and you're golden. And this part, yeah, the same one material, everything the same, but I want to make it a bit grayish. Maybe some sort of this. Yeah, this is good. Some sort of this. That's pretty much it. Here's your beautiful Apple charger. You can render it and have fun with it. And I will also maybe change some of these things if I really wish to. Yeah, you can see how this, I can kind of add it on the top, but you know, I really like how this light is traveling there. Maybe I want this effect, maybe this. Yeah, and I use my light setup. I recommend everyone to use it because it's pretty good. It's pretty damn good and you can download it for free. Let's have it like that. So I hope you have a great day, you stay healthy, and you model cool things every day. And as always, I will see you in the next one. Bye.